Kiss fans flocked to Madison Square Garden tonight for the band's final performance. It's the last night of the End of the Road World Tour. Kiss started here in New York City 50 years ago. Fans are remembering what the band means to them.
Y'all, it feels like the end of an era. The band that all of us grew up watching and jamming with has finally called it quits, and we don't know how we feel about this yet. Personally speaking, I'm still in denial. The stars from Kiss wrapped up their farewell tour on Saturday night, marking the end of an era in their epic 50-year journey of rocking around the globe. The grand finale went down at Madison Square Garden in New York, where the band's founders Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, along with guitarist Tommy Thayer and drummer Eric Singer, rocked the stage with classics like I Love It Loud and Beth. And while it might be the end of the road tour-wise, Kiss isn't entirely hanging up their performance gear just yet. As the final chords echoed through the venue, the band members exited the stage, making way for their digital doppelgangers to take over and belt out God Gave Rock and Roll to You. If you're curious about the behind-the-scenes magic, Kiss dropped a video on their official YouTube channel showcasing the musicians in those funky motion capture suits that birthed the digital avatars. Frontman Paul Stanley emphasized in the video, "The band deserves to live on because the band is bigger than we are." In a groundbreaking move, Kiss collaborated with Pop House Entertainment Group to pioneer these cutting-edge digital models, making them the first US band to dive into this virtual realm. It looks like they just pulled off the ultimate rock and roll magic trick by transforming into digital avatars. This move, as stated in their press release, is not just about saying goodbye to the stage, but ensuring their rock and roll legacy lives on forever. And get this, the legendary band is teaming up with Industrial Light and Magic, the folks behind Star Wars, to make it happen. Gene Simmons is even talking about how this tech is going to make Paul jump higher than ever. It's like they're setting the stage for a rock and roll sci-fi saga. Move over, aging, Kiss is going digital, and they're promising to keep rocking for decades to come. But hold up. Why did they break up in the first place? Was it something like One Direction that made them all go their separate ways? Or did they just think it was time to move on? There were some speculations about there being band drama, but from what the team has said, it looks like there's no such thing. In an interview with Ultimate Classic Rock, Kiss co-founder, rhythm guitarist, and vocalist Paul Stanley clarified that the decision to conclude 5 decades of Kiss wasn't driven by band dynamics, personal tensions, musical disagreements, or any interpersonal issues. Instead, he emphasized that the choice was purely practical, stating, "You can play beat the clock, but ultimately the clock wins." But before all you get disappointed, hold on, because this might not be the grand finale for Kiss. Believe it or not, they pulled off the farewell tour stunt more than 20 years ago. And guess what? After a short breather, they were back on the road rocking in 2003, giving us more epic live shows and albums. Now, after their recent gig at Madison Square Garden, where they left us all in a rock and roll ecstasy, band members are dropping hints about what's next. Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, the cool cats they are, each have their own bands, and they're not ready to let the music die. So get ready for more head-banging vibes, because the Kiss saga might just be taking a breather before hitting us with another encore. And it's not really a far-fetched idea. Many other rock critics weighed in on the whole thing, and they think that Kiss might not be going away for good. Critics think that artists often stage comebacks after retiring because they can rake in a lot of cash thanks to fans' built-up demand. Case in point, pop-punk sensation Blink-182 is reportedly pulling in 4 times more on their current reunion tour than when they last got back together in 2009, after claiming an indefinite hiatus in 2005. Personal life tends to get in the way, and artists might want to take a breather, disappear for a bit, only to resurface when the demand hits a crescendo. Take Steve Miller, for instance, who dismantled his band in '99 due to exhaustion. After a 6-year hiatus, he patched things up in 2005 and voila, his stock was up and the fans were eager to catch him live. It's the classic rock and roll roller coaster, my friends. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see our next video.